I'm Canadian artist Roxanne Jervis. One of the things that I like to do is to fix up some of my frames because they do get battered when you show your work fairly often. And I had to paint the fabric on this particular frame with a acrylic titanium white and also redo the trim with black. Now, doing the trim with black, you're going to have to cover up some of the white. You really don't want to get any black paint on the white. So what I've been doing is taking a piece of mat board and putting it up against the trim. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So this is the piece of mat board that I've got. And what I would do is I would just put it up against the trim and paint along the edge. But then it wasn't working as well as I wanted it to, because if you look closely, you can see bits of the white showing into the corner of the frame. So I had to figure out something else. What I've devised is taking the top of a plastic salad container. I've just used something like this. I have cut it with a paper cutter to get nice clean edges, 3 sides, leaving the one edge here so that I can grip it. And then you take this, push it down in between the fabric and the frame, and make sure you have a nice solid push down. And then very carefully paint the edge. And I'm using black acrylic paint here, so it will dry fairly quickly. Make sure you've got a nice clean edge. And then lift it straight out. Now this paint is wet on here, so you may want to use a couple of them, or just wait until this black paint dries and then continue on. Push this down firmly to the bottom of the outer frame. Paint your lines, because if you get any more black on, then you have to go back in and repaint the white. One of the things, if you want to really make sure you don't get any black onto the white fabric, because I'm using acrylic, you could do 2 or 3 of these and let them dry in between, so when you slip this back in, you're not getting any of the black paint on it. And I have also found it very useful to take that same lid and turn it to finish this trim off on this part of the frame. By laying this over the little bit of gold trim up against it, I can do a nice clean line as I move along and salvage the gold trim. I tried using a brush by hand and it took me forever, and then I had to scrape it off and put some gold paint on and put on more black paint on. So you can try using this as well when you're fixing up your frame. I hope it helps. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.